The DeFi market on the XRP system is about to become very valuable. I think that everyone who owns XRP should pay attention to this now that we've talked about it. If the DeFi market starts to grow quickly in value and volume, it will have an impact on the network, which in turn will have an impact on the network's gas token. This will make people want to buy and use XRP, which will also have a positive impact on its value. We're just getting started with DeFi on the XRP ledger, but I think this market will keep growing and get much bigger. I also think that XRP will start to rise in the DeFi network. Let's start with Doppler Finance instead. The XRP ledger now has its first XRP5. On the other hand, they just got the most DEX volume. When we looked at DEX volume, I don't know if DeFi Llama is up to date on this, because when we look at the XP market, among other things, on the XRP record, there's been a lot more DEX volume than what's being reported here. But when it comes to TVL, we know that until about March 2024, there wasn't much of it on the XRP system. That changed in September, and it hit an all-time high of about $87 million, 0 cents in January. I think that from now on, there will be a lot more TVL on the XRP ledger. This is especially true with a lot of big projects going on, like the EVM side. You know, there are now more DEX transactions every day worth almost $200,000, 0 cents, which is great. I'd like to see a lot more DEX volume, but I don't think that will happen until the retail crowd comes back and the DeFi market on the XP system really starts to pick up. We could see the all-time stats here for the XP market, though. This has been steadily going up since the AMM went live on the XRP system until about October, when the market booms sent the market capitalization of all tokens on the XRP ledger through the roof, reaching almost $500 million, 0 cents, 0 for XRP ledger tokens alone. Now, let's talk about trading volume. And as I already said, if we look at the DEX number over here in May, they said that 3.92 million transactions took place that month. There were over 45 million trades on DEX in May, which is almost $46 million, 0 cents. If we look at this, that's actually a huge mistake when it comes to the DeFi Llama stats. There were also 240 million trades on DEX in April, which is another interesting fact. There were almost 300 million trades on the DEX in March, almost 350 million in February, and almost $30 million, 0 cents in January. December was crazy with almost $600 million, 0 cents worth of trades. There are still a lot of trades going on today with more than $20 million, 0 cents worth of trades. Buyers are busy. As I already said, the DeFi market for XRP ledger tokens is starting to get really big. The number and value of these things are also starting to grow, which makes me very happy. Now let's talk about some things going on with the XRP system, like BitGo's recent partnership with Vivo Power to be their only over-the-counter ATOC trading desk and custodian for their $100 million 0 cent XRP treasury plan. This partnership offers safe storage, money flow, and action. Institutions can use digital assets 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This is another step in the right direction. This is interesting because it shows how they connect BitGo and the new steps that Ripple has taken. Please take a look at this and thank Matthew Lenny for making it. The crypto movie is about to start, but we already have BitGoX technology and crossover agreements. It was also built in as the front-end system for Hidden Road. These crossover agreements are from March of this year, and BitGo is one of the most important partners in this because, once again, this is a technology that is good enough for institutions. Hidden Road also works with CrossX, which makes it easier for their clients to use CrossX. Works with BO. CrossX works with BO. Is backed by trust and is qualified because it provides custody and a Go network clearing solution. We also have your fees listed here, along with links to some safe coins. These fees are the lowest in the business, so you need to use the expert system or lose your edge. I think that most of this business and value will move to the XRP ledger when we look at some of these fees, thanks to many of these projects. Hidden Road has been able to make connections and get more attention Also, let's quickly go back to Vivo Power because Crypto Airy did drop some video clips. Vivo Power is the source of this information, and this gave us some insider information about what they are focused on. The first one was Scoop working with Ripple. Unlike Sailor, who only wants to buy more Bitcoin, this XRP reserve company wants to talk to business owners and builders. We're happy to say that our new XRP treasury approach is made possible by our partnership with Ripple. They tweeted about us from their personal account, which made us feel proud and grateful that we are the only XRP treasury company they mentioned. The Ripple team has been great at helping us spread the word that XRP is a great asset for treasury companies, which is why we think we can help make the asset more useful and fund companies that work in the XRP environment. Michael Saylor, Bitcoin has a lot of real world uses that we're helping to drive. We're also going to help the environment. XRP now has a micro plan, which I think is great for everyone who owns XRP because it means we can finally support a company that is on the stock market. We all hold a lot of XRP and pay a lot of attention to the token, but there are a lot of Bitcoin maximalists who also buy MicroStrategy. They do this in places where they can't just hold crypto, like 401k and retirement accounts. Finally, the XRP community has a place to go and a business they can invest in that will give them huge gains on more than just XRP. I'm really excited about also Vivo Power is also interested in XRP and has named it their digital asset for their business plan. They are creating a fund to put money into projects in the XRP ledger community, creating a cloud effect that helps everyone grow faster. Take a look at it. I've held XRP since 2016 or 2017, but I'm not a whale. It was the first cryptocurrency token I bought, and I still have it in 2020. I heard Chris Larsson speak to a small group of businesses, and he really inspired me, so I doubled down and bought more. Then the SEC thing happened, and I thought, oh no, I've lost all my money here. It's great to see the return, and it's an even bigger honor to be working with you. I'm working with Adam to help build an XRP-based treasury and invest in XRP-based DeFi solutions to help the community. That being said, I think that businesses like Strategy by Michael Saylor are most successful when they can give their owners more than just the net asset value. This number is called MAT.